Originally set on 3.5 acres, the Pink Palace, as it is known, contains 10,000 square feet of living space in 15 rooms, befitting the celebrity status of Jayne Mansfield. Jayne had gained star status at a time when many Hollywood actresses were handed film scripts designed to display their physical attributes. She capitalized on her image as a big-busted, ditzy blonde in a string of so-so movie roles during the 1950s and 60s.
When some of the press from around the world wanted me to pose in the Marquis de Sade fountain, well, I just had to oblige. After all, publicity is awfully important for a girl.
Hungarian-born muscle man Mickey Hargitay was not publicity shy either. Hargitay was crowned Mr. Universe in 1958. He and Jayne met in Las Vegas. Together, they were a publicity agent's dream.
He was good for her publicity, she was good for his publicity, and there was just an animal magnetism and an amazing chemistry between the two of them.
Jayne and Mickey were married soon after they met. They purchased their home on Sunset Boulevard for $76,000. A bargain when you consider that crooner Rudy Valley reportedly paid $100,000 for it in 1932. Now worth millions, the property was purchased in 1976 by entertainer Engelbert Humperdinck, who was such a big fan of Jayne's that he bought the house sight unseen. Jayne had loved the color pink, even as a little girl growing up in Dallas, Texas.
Jayne wanted pink. Pink, everything pink. She loved pink. Everything she loved pink. So I said, there's no problem. We can do anything out of pink.
Originally white stucco, Jayne and Mickey painted the house pink with a salting of quartz grains to make it gleam in the California sun. Built in 1929 for a mere $30,000, the house was designed by architect G.C. McAllister to look like a hacienda in southern Spain.
This house really has the earmarks of the best of the classic Spanishes of the golden era of Hollywood. It takes after the Andalusian style, rural Spain, the hacienda in the countryside with a tower, balconies. You think of the natural materials, the thick adobe, unadorned walls, and of course the tile roof. They're the earthy materials, the materials that come from the ground in New Spain and used in a very picturesque and rustic way.
When we bought it, it was on a very trying point of our life because either one of us were rich at the time, but we were rich in love. We cared for each other.
Mickey and Jayne moved into the house with very little, except each other.
At the very first, I remember we were sleeping on the floor. We had zero furniture, nothing. We had a ball. A lot of things we just gotten because our popularity and people wanted to get associated with Jayne and Mickey.
She deliberately planned that. What had happened was they put an ad in the paper, she and Mickey, saying that they were living in plush poverty. But she would also go to furniture stores and say, can I sit in this chair in the window and sign autographs? And they would give her the chair.
But the house contained more than the promise of free furniture.
The future was there. She wanted 10 children, and I said, well, just let's go for it.
Part of her wish would come true. Jayne would have 5 children, 3 of them with Mickey. The home still contains many original features. An arched entrance guarded by a wrought iron gate leads from the entrance hall into a 2-story living room, where a 10-foot chandelier weighing more than 700 pounds hangs from a dark beam ceiling and dominates the room. Its light warms an oversized European-style fireplace, highlighted with a band of decorative relief.
One of the characteristics of the homes of the 20s and of the stars' homes and the homes of wealthy people was that the major public rooms in these houses were quite large and dramatic. And often they did have balconies or a balcony library that overlooked the living room.
There is a balcony right off the bedroom, and she used to come out and she used to wave at me, and I used to come out on another side, and we waved at each other, and like, you know, it was just a fabulous memories. She loved music, so I want to get her a wonderful piano, and that's exactly what happened. I went shopping and I bought the Steinway. She loved the cherubs, she loved angels. She believed in angels and she believed in heart. And I never forget, I was upstairs and she was playing a violin down by a piano, and I looked out and I seen her playing. It was just great memories. I wanted to build her a fireplace, was very unique.
In the den next to the living room, Mickey created a fireplace made out of 6,000 pounds of petrified wood, then added a copper ceiling. The massive two-story entrance hall leads to the second-floor sleeping quarters, where each bedroom has its own bathroom. Jane's bed is still in the master bedroom. Engelbert Humperdinck kept the bed, complete with the headboard that Mickey had made out of antiqued pink glass. While Jane's fabled heart-shaped bathtub has been replaced, memories of her love for affairs of the heart remain. A stairway made of painted wood, intricate grillwork, and Spanish tiles connects the two floors. It leads to a small office adjacent to the entrance that contains another unique feature of the home.
She had a small closet that was hidden, like a hidden bookcase. And I think during the original days, it was used for prohibition to store liquor. But she used it to keep her press clippings and her scrapbooks and her scripts.
Perhaps the most memorable feature of the home lies outside, Jane and Mickey's swimming pool.
When we walked in, we walked the ground, and immediately I visualized a beautiful swimming pool there. Nice waterfall, looking out through the living room window.